Hi folks, just wanted to tell you about a couple of things I've just got hold of, picked these up on eBay. A couple of Scythe Kaze Q 3.5-inch fan controllers. These were basically sold as seen, untested. I wasn't too sure whether they will actually work or not. They were also listed as for parts that are not working, but then another part of the listing said just that they were untested and would be sold as seen. They haven't come with any cables or anything, they are just the controllers, but basically I paid £4 for these two controllers. So I thought it was worthwhile giving them a punt and seeing what we've actually got. If they don't work, then I've got some very nice cases and some nice pots, probably for making up my own fan controller if I need to. If they do work, then I've got a couple of very good fan controllers for not a lot of money. So, I mean, there's a good solid metal cases, brushed aluminium fronts, you know, just really smart looking pieces of kit. So obviously, because they've not come with the cables, the fan cables aren't a problem, because you can just plug the fan straight in, and I'll buy some extension cables at some point anyway. But obviously the way you get to the power to them is by one of these kind of small 2-pin connectors. And what I do have, because I never throw anything away, I've obviously cut this off some graphics card fan or something at some point, and that's the right connector. So what we'll do is we'll solder this onto one of these Molex to fan adapters. So we'll just chop this off and solder that on. So we've got a way of getting some power to it. So once we've done that, we can connect up some fans and see if they work. Okay, so I've actually made my power cable and I've tested them both and neither of them work. This first one started smoking a little, and I've noticed that this capacitor here, you probably can't really see that, it's not really focusing in, but definitely that capacitor has bulged. So I suspect this one is probably not working as well, which is where the power comes in for them all not to work. So I think they need recapping. And this one, I've actually had a capacitor blow on the input side. So it looks to me like we probably need to put capacitors, replace all the capacitors in these, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. We can take the pots off and we can take the screws out and just, you know, put some more capacitors on. That's likely to be the issue. So we'll give that a go and hopefully we'll end up with some working fan controllers. Okay, well, we've made some progress with the fan controllers. I got some more capacitors and I have soldered one of the new capacitors onto this controller here. This was the one with the capacitor that blew. Now, an interesting story behind these. You may have noticed that is the only capacitor I've replaced. Now, here's the reason why. I started off by replacing this capacitor and I thought, well, let's give it a go because it's the power capacitor, and let's see if that makes the fan controller work. So I plugged it in, still nothing. But then this capacitor blew again, which got me thinking, that's a new capacitor, it's just blown. There is one thing that makes capacitors do that, and that is incorrect polarity. So connecting the positive to the negative and vice versa. And when I looked, this connector was wired in such a way that the negative was on this side and the positive this side. But look at this capacitor, this is the negative side of it. So basically, the polarity was the wrong way around, which means it would have also been the case on this one as well. I've rewired it, swapped the polarity around, this works, and this works. So after all that, it was actually to do with my own wiring and creating this adapter that had caused the problem. Nothing wrong with the controllers themselves. So we're just going to get a bit of power on, and you can see that this does indeed work. And that fan speeds up as we turn it. Also gets a bit brighter as well, being an LED fan. And if I turn this one, this is connected to that back fan, it gets a lot louder. So that's great. This one here I've just got connected to one fan, which is the bottom one on here. Same thing. Great thing about that NZXT fan is even at full tilt you can hardly hear it. That is a really, really good fan, and I'm going to have to see if I can get another one of those. because it's much better than that Revoltech fan. I've not got that on at the moment, but this pushes out so much more air than the Revoltech. It's unbelievable. I might have to do a separate review video on that fan. It really is great, and I actually won that in a giveaway, and it's a brilliant product. Anyway, it was the fan controllers that we were interested in. So I've basically now got two working Scythe Kaze Q fan controllers. So one of these is going to go in my main rig, and I'm thinking maybe putting the other one in here somehow, rather than building something into the front. Maybe if I could mount it on the top and build a shroud or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's somewhere we can do it. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for this video on the fan controllers. Another great eBay bargain, and it's always good when that happens. So these were sold and tested. Solder's not working, but actually are working. And once I'd solved my own problems, that has actually worked rather well. So thank you very much for watching, and please feel free to give this video a like and to subscribe and comment. Thank you very much.